fear. Most people live in fear like the media does, so they have control. Once you stop living in fear because you look at actual numbers, you look at real facts, you look at statistics, it's amazing what you can do. It's like it was a Freudian slip, that people are not listening to the propaganda, but they should be.
Another lawsuit against Trump & Co., but this time the claims involve witness intimidation. And the defendants? Donald Trump Jr. Welcome into TYT's Overruled. I am legal analyst Adrienne Lawrence. Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman, who happens to be the whistleblower who ignited the first impeachment of Donald J. Trump in 2019, just filed a 73-page lawsuit in D.C. federal court against Trump's cohorts who allegedly participated in a concerted campaign of unlawful witness intimidation. So who are these cohorts? Well, Vindman's lawsuit targets the former president's oldest known son, that is Donald Trump Jr., and Rudy Giuliani and two other Trump associates. Specifically, Julia Hahn and former White House Deputy Chief of Staff Dan Scavino, who recently failed to anonymously fight that 1-6 committee's subpoena for his phone records. But back to Vindman's lawsuit. The allegations in Vindman's lawsuit stem from the lieutenant colonel's role in President Trump's impeachment in 2019. If you recall, that impeachment trial was for essentially Trump trying to bully Ukraine's president into digging up dirt on Hunter Biden so as to influence the 2020 presidential election, which Trump lost. In his lawsuit, Vindman claims that after coming forward about the former president's illicit phone call with Ukraine's president, the lieutenant colonel immediately became the target of a dangerous campaign of witness intimidation. Vindman goes on to allege the following. The attacks did not simply happen by accident or coincidence, nor were they the result of normal politics. Rather, the coordinated campaign was the result of a common understanding among Donald Trump Jr. and other Trump aides to target Vindman in a specific way for the specific purpose of intimidation and retaliation by painting him as disloyal, as an insubordinate officer, or as a Ukrainian spy. As a result of the intimidation campaign, Vindman says that he was left with no choice but to retire from the military service altogether. His lawsuit goes on to claim that President Trump and his conspirators, including defendants and other co-conspirators not named, routinely engaged in concerted efforts to attack Trump's perceived enemies, including by using surrogates of Fox News and other media outlets to do their bidding. The morning after Vindman testified before Congress, for example, Donald Trump Jr. appeared on Fox and Friends and furthered the campaign against Lieutenant Colonel Vindman. Trump Jr. falsely implied that Lieutenant Colonel Vindman was engaged in improper and illegal communications with Ukraine, saying, it turns out he's, talking to the Ukraine. The message Don Jr. and others allegedly sent Vindman was to cooperate and tell the truth at their own peril. Interestingly enough, Vindman is suing under the same Ku Klux Klan Act of 1871 that members of Congress have sued Trump for the insurrection. This act, also known as the Third Enforcement Act, makes it a federal crime to use force, intimidation, or threat against government officials carrying out their constitutional duties. Vindman's suit is just one of the many lawsuits filed against Trump & Co., but most notably, it doesn't target Donald Trump. Although Vindman does cite to Trump's tweets and media statements in the complaint in the same way that Vindman cites to the tweets and media statements by Don Jr. and Giuliani. So why isn't Vindman suing Trump for the same intimidation claims he's waging against Trump Jr. and Giuliani? The lieutenant colonel likely does not want to deal with presidential immunity arguments and claims that Trump wasn't tweeting about Vindman or talking specifically about him and so on. Also, the Republican Party is paying for Trump's legal fees, so the former president can essentially litigate issues to his heart's content, and that's not something an opponent really wants to deal with. But it's not clear that the GOP is backing Trump Jr. or Giuliani when it comes to legal fees. Pockets that are less shallow are more likely to settle. At the end of the day, litigation is all about strategy. So what do you think? Will Trump Jr. and Giuliani fight Vindman's claims to the end? Or do you think we're going to see a more judicious outcome? You let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like and follow button, and thanks for